Happy Easter, and it is the third Sunday of Easter. And as we can see with this Easter Sunday, with last Sunday and this Sunday, the scriptures are all about Jesus appearing to the disciples. And once again we have this wonderful, rich reading called The Road to Emmaus, where Jesus appears on the road to two of his disciples who are so downcast about the events that have happened in Jerusalem that they don't even recognize him. So they are just debating the facts. They are walking around in their perspective, and the whole situation is that Jesus' mission failed. And they are so upset because they thought he was the one that was going to free them from the tyranny of the Romans. They thought that this was going to be the answer to all their worries in life. And what happened was that this stranger along the road helped to change the way they listened and looked at those scriptures, and things that they knew that they hadn't really been revealed to them. In other words, Jesus changed their perspective. My friends, how many times does that happen in our own lives? We have a certain way of thinking about something and we just sort of get stuck in it until someone can come along and really help us to look at it in a different light. And once we look at it in a different light, we see the opportunity, the possibilities, the hope from looking at it from a different perspective. That's what happened on the road to Emmaus. It wasn't until they walked that long walk and that Jesus had to go over all the scriptures with them where it's cited that this had to happen to Jesus. And then it wasn't until they sat down to have a meal with him in the breaking of the bread that all of a sudden their eyes, their hearts, their minds were open. They're like, oh my goodness, this is Jesus. He's in our midst. My friends, that's what I hope for you this week. That we're able to stop, all of us, you and me, to stop and look and see how we can find Jesus in the places that we least expect. In the places that may frustrate us or depress us or get us angry or impatient. Maybe in some way Jesus can help us change our perspective on things that we think we have all figured out. I once again invite you to come and be part of this community where we try every week, as we listen to the scriptures and receive Jesus' body and blood, to change our perspective, to increase our joy, and to find the risen Christ in the places that we least expect to find him. We are a stewardship parish, and so one of the ways we do that is by giving our time, our talent, and our treasure to all that we meet, because we realize everything we have comes from God. I want to remind you that to pray for our first communicants this weekend, this Sunday, who are receiving communion for the first time at the 10:15 and the 12 o'clock Mass. And then next weekend, Bishop Fleece is coming to do our confirmation on Mother's Day, May 11th, for the kids, our children that are receiving confirmation. So we have a lot to pray about. Also, I want to remind those of you that did Discovering Christ, either last year or this year, sign up for Following Christ if you haven't done it yet. Send an email now. We need you to be part of that program for the next 7 weeks. It starts May 7th. So, once again, we ask God to continue to be with you, and happy Easter. God bless you.